All right, well, we'll just kind of start with this. Obviously, we talked in the off season and you were, recovering. You had missed part of your rookie year due to injury, but this year you're healthy, you're having a stellar season. So just how rewarding is it after missing so much of your rookie year to come out and perform the way you are this year?
I mean, it's a blessing, mainly just to be healthy and being able to compete with those guys. I mean, I took it for granted at first, I feel like, because just missing the whole season is frustrating. So every time I'm out there, I just try to give it my all.
And we'll go back to week 14. You come off of the bye week. You go to an atmosphere like Seattle. Their 12th man is notorious, but you go out there, you perform. You set the tone early on with the pick. So what did it mean to go out there and have that play and just establish that momentum early on?
It was big, being able to help the team in that way, especially early. Like you said, being in a hostile environment. I feel like we kind of quieted their fans down a little bit after that interception. We was able to get points on the board and then just, continuing to play well as a defense throughout the whole game. It was a fun game.
Take me through that play.
I really was in cover 3, seeing the quick out, and I seen Gino at the same time, so I broke on the out, and I seen him look high. So I kind of just flipped my hips and tried to work back, and he threw it right to me, so it was a good play.
Yeah. And then obviously I feel like you're clearly earning the respect of offenses around the league, right? Like you're not being targeted as much and that type of thing. So how do you feel knowing that other teams are viewing you that way?
To be honest, I try not to think about that. I try to stay locked in throughout the whole game because as soon as you get to thinking the ball not getting thrown,
right.
They throw one over your head. So I just try to stay locked in throughout the whole 60 minutes.
And this team has been through so much this year, right? Coaching change, trading players, releasing players, but now you're in December, you're playing meaningful football, you're in the hunt for the division. So how would you describe this year?
It's a whirlwind, a lot of ups and downs, but it's a long season. And the guys in the locker room didn't give up. The leaders in the locker room made sure everybody, stayed locked in. And most importantly, we believed in ourselves. So now we just got to keep going, taking it one game at a time.
Yeah, speaking of the locker room, I feel like regardless of how the season has went, every week that I'm in there, you guys are very much together. There's a brotherhood. Burns was talking yesterday, I don't think everyone understands, we're that close on and off the field just as a group. So to have that friendship, that brotherhood, how much has that helped you guys kind of stay together and be where you are at this point in the season?
Oh, it's helped a lot. Especially on game day. You don't want to let the guys beside you down, especially when y'all got real relationships, like Burns said, off the field. Even with the offense, we try to talk to them throughout the game, let them know we got their back. They tell us the same thing. So just staying together as a team, has helped us have success.
And speaking of game day, I went back and listened to your mic'd up. You were way more vocal than I expected you to be. So what is it like for you? What kind of energy do you tap into when you're out there on the field during a game?
I just try to have fun. I try to take it back to Little League football where it's just, you're not too much worried about the X's and O's. You're just out there having fun. And that's just kind of the energy I bring on Sunday.
And yesterday, Coach was asked about your play, and they were like, well, how much have you helped him this season kind of develop? And he's like, it's so much just instinct for Jaycee. So how much have you kind of felt like you've learned from Coach Wilkes and the defensive staff, and how much is just instinct, it's in your DNA?
I think it's a mixture of both. They definitely helped me a lot. It's not an easy transition from college to the NFL, and Wilkes and Al and even guys from the old staff helped me see the game a different way and understand offense better and how they're trying to attack us. So they definitely got a big part in the way I've been playing.
And how much pride do you take in shutting guys down?
Take a lot of pride in it. I mean, it's my job.
Right.
I feel like as a DB, that's what you got to do, and you got to have that attitude. Also understanding that you're gonna give up catches, but you got to keep that same confidence so you won't give up the next one.
All right, everything kind of on the line these last 4 games. What's the mentality? What's the mindset? How are you guys approaching them?
I think it's kind of just like a playoff mentality around the locker room. That was Coach Wilkes' main message last week, kind of having a playoff mentality and just staying focused. We're playing a good team this week. The Lions playing good. We got some meaningful games coming up, like you said, so just staying focused throughout the rest of the season.
Knowing those last 2 games are divisional games on the road, what are your thoughts on that?
I haven't really too much thought about it. I know they, like I said, they're meaningful games. But right now we got to focus on Pittsburgh. It's a good football team coming here, and they play real well in December, so we got to be on our A game.
And obviously this defense has really developed. You've, even early on in the season when you guys were kind of finding your identity as a group, not just the defense, but the team in general, you guys really stepped up, you've developed, you guys are young, you're a core player. So just seeing how well you guys have come together this season, what does that mean for the future of the Panthers overall?
I think it's great, you know, especially going back to it, just having the same relationship off the field. Like, we really brothers. You know, I talk to Dante every day. I talk to Burns every day. I talk to Shaq every day. And that's, you know, when we at home and we don't have to. So I think it's big that, you know, we've been playing well and we're young and we close off the field. So I think it's just more success for us.
And I want to go back to a moment from, I think it was the game you were mic'd up and, you know, the owner of the Falcons, Arthur Blank, comes over and talks to you and you have that moment with him. What was that like and what did it mean to kind of have him approach you and talk to you and then share the story that he did?
It was kind of, for me, it was kind of like a welcome to the NFL moment. Yeah. Just hearing my dad talk so good about him and how he takes care of his players and then meeting him on the field and him sharing, you know, stories like he did with me. It was special.